search for love but don't find it.
G-EAZY, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm excited for the show. You can call me anything, like.
All right, perfect.
Gerald,
I'll mix it up, maybe.
Yeah, Mr. Gillum. It's been good. I had some good ass Mexican food.
Nice.
Yeah, drove to the Nike store. It was cool. Yep.
You haven't been back in a while, so we're super excited to have you here. Because last time you were here, of course, you played McDonald Theater. So how has it been on this tour, you know, just watching these venues get bigger and bigger and the crowds get bigger and bigger?
I mean, it's a blessing. This is what you dream of as an artist, especially being in it for as long as we have, you know. And I mean, we've been chasing all this for, you know, years and years and years. When we first started even being able to tour, you know, which is still like something in itself. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids with the dream of doing music that can't just go out and hit the road, like, you know, play venues, draw crowds, whatever. Even back then, I remember one of the first shows I played in Oregon, it was a coffee shop in Portland.
Nice.
And it, you know what I mean, like, they technically sold out however many people you could fit in the coffee shop. And I remember, like, it was like pandemonium in there, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? And every time I come back to Oregon, it's been like, obviously shows have gotten bigger, but like the energy, you know, is always dope. And I feel like there's kind of like a connection between the Bay and Oregon and Washington.
West Coast vibe,
West Coast,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? I've always felt embraced here, so it's love.
I also have to congratulate you on all the success that Me, Myself, and I has seen. I mean, that song has been just explosive. How's it been watching that just absolutely blow up everywhere?
It was crazy. We were in New Zealand a couple weeks ago, in Australia, and I think that was the biggest, like, shock for me. Was you don't expect it ever, because this, you know, it's crazy, but going over there was the most, like, I didn't know. You know, we were like in a Uber or taxi or something going to the venue, and we heard it on the radio, you know, that night, and I'm like, yo, we're around the world, literally. And then when the song came on, when I played it at the show, you know what I'm saying, they just went nuts. So it's, man, it's been crazy, because I've never really had that before, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, it was big, but it wasn't,
like that.
So,
yeah, absolutely. And I love that you have BB Rexa on that track, because I feel like me and my co-host Chino, who's outside, we both love her, and I've talked to her before, and I feel like she's one of the most underrated artists right now. So I love that you put BB Rexa on that track. That's awesome.
I mean, pressure can be good if you use it to motivate you. You know, I've always wanted to fly at this altitude, you know what I'm saying? So you want to keep, you know, going up. You don't want to sink down. So, you know, the follow-ups and all that, that's just like, you know, that's the job anyway.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but jumping back to collaborators for a second, because I know you have tons of people on your records and collaborate with artists all the time, but who's like a dream collaboration that you haven't got to work with yet that you have a goal for in the future?
I want to work with Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh my gosh, I just saw him in Portland like 2 weeks ago. I'm obsessed with him. That would, oh my gosh, I'm already stoked on that. You should make that happen.
Yeah, nah, he's hella cool, and he's extremely talented. One of the most talented people out. Yeah.
Your voices would sound good together. I like the idea of that a lot.
Sure.
That would be awesome. Now, I also have to ask you, because you posted a photo with one of my other favorite artists recently. So what did you talk to Taylor Swift about?
I just, you know, was like, hey, I'm Gerald, it's a pleasure to meet you. And she was just like, you know, oh my God, you know, I loved your performance. I love that song so much, you know.
She's a sweetheart.
Like, you know, yo, you're Taylor Swift. Thank you.
You officially part of the Swift squad now?
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie.
Not part of the girl squad, but just the Swift squad, right?
Yeah.
So jumping back to tour life for a second, what's like, your schedule has got to be insane, I'm sure. What's like a day in the life on tour look like for you?
Usually some of these, you know, interviews. I do meet and greets. I meet the fans. I go on stage for an hour and a half. Then usually afterwards, I go do a second event, like at an after party at a club.
Oh,
nice. Perform there as well. And then in the day, I wake up. You know what I'm saying? Drink my coffee. I just got an iPad yesterday. I'm trying to like watch shows and be a normal person.
It's got to be hard being a normal person on the road sometimes, going place to place. That's awesome. So one of my favorite themes in your songs is kind of like you touched on before, and not to like directly quote a song, but like this isn't random, this isn't happening by accident, this is where you wanted to be. So what's a piece of advice you would give to someone who could be listening right now that has a dream like that too, knows where they want to be? What's a piece of advice to get them going?
Work hard, have patience, you know what I'm saying, and study your craft. Study the history, you know, of your craft and the culture around it, and you know where it's come from, and know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, for sure.
And just put your work in, and like I said, be patient, you know, because I think a lot of times in today's world, people get eager, you know, for like gratification. Yeah, it's like, yo, I got a couple thousand followers, you know, why am I not, you know, my timeline tells me I'm dope, you know, so why am I not, you know, touring the world and selling all these records? And just, you know what I mean, the patience of the work that goes into it.
I like it. Patience and hard work. I think that's a good note to end this on. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk with us, because I mean, I know you're totally slammed, so I really appreciate it. Eugene, dude, Oregon loves you so much. It's crazy to see these fans. I think that in 2016, the two biggest promotions and contests we've had, Justin Bieber and you, easily. Oh, wow. It's crazy.
I'm the rapping Justin Bieber.
I'm stoked to see you perform for the first time tonight, so thank you very much.
Much love. Thank you.
Again.